Hey everyone, I'm back with some raw turkey. I didn't want to waste an opportunity to show you guys me eating food for the first time. I've never had raw turkey before, so I was just going to eat it for lunch, but I decided to make a video because, I don't know, I just think it might be interesting for some people to see my reactions to eating raw foods for the first time, because there's almost an infinite amount of foods out there I could try, so start diving into some different stuff here. But when I first started cutting this up, my first reaction was just how beautiful this meat is. Like, it just looks very nutritious and tasty when I was carving it up off the turkey. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it's packed with nutrients, which I'm sure it is. But this is just really good looking meat, man. Dark meat. I carved up most of the leg and the thigh, so it's a lot of dark meat on there. So let me give this a shot. So basically my meal today is I got about 1.25 pounds of turkey, raw pastured turkey. I got 3 raw pastured soy-free eggs from the farm, got some raw butter, and I also have a potato in my little toaster oven cooking right now. And I'm doing about 1 to 2 potatoes every day, which has been working out great. Just good energy and very tasty stuff. So interesting. Definitely a lot like chicken, but different. Definitely reminds me of chicken, like consistency wise, which is no surprise considering they're both foul. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. I'm curious what the energy is going to be like, because chicken always gives me a different energy than beef. It is said that you take on the energy of the animal that you eat, so if you're eating like a large ruminant animal like beef, it tends to give you a more strong, grounded energy. And when you get into stuff like fowl, it's more of a lighter energy. It's really noticeable when you eat it raw. I don't know if you can notice that stuff as much when you eat it cooked. I mean, you definitely can, but when you eat it raw, you can distinguish the energy differences between meats like really easily. Because the energy comes so much quicker with raw food. You don't have to wait to digest it. It just hits you right away. This is a treat, man. I'm so glad I got this. And it's surprising I haven't tried turkey yet, you know, but it's not easy to get. I got this from my grass-fed farmer down about an hour south of me. And I usually get beef from him, and liver and bacon and stuff like that. But he had turkeys available, so I jumped on it. This is good stuff, man. Not 100% sure on the nutrition content of turkey, but I'll dig that up and list it up here on the video for you guys. I know it's got tryptophan, It's the only thing I know about turkey. Allegedly, they say that's what makes you sleepy after you eat it on Thanksgiving, but gotta love leaf blowers, man. You guys hear that leaf blower out there? Love that stuff. Best part about living in the city, leaf blowers. It's pretty good. Energy's starting to hit me right now. It's my first meal of the day. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. I usually eat my first meal at noon, but I got the day off today, so sometimes I cook it up a little earlier. Well, not cook it up, whip it up. It's because I get hungry, you know? Let me grab my potato. Excuse me for a moment. There's a big fat potato for dessert. I got no problems with potatoes, man. They were like my favorite thing to eat with meat. I've always been a meat and potatoes guy. But I just kind of quit everything besides meat for a while just to see what would happen. Now I'm getting back to potatoes. They're delicious. They're as delicious as when I quit them. No digestive problems with it. No brain fog, nothing like that. Potatoes are just potatoes, as long as they're organic. I wouldn't dare mess with any conventionally grown potatoes. But so far so good with these, man, and I eat sometimes 2 a day. 2 big potatoes every day. It's a good supplemental source for some carbohydrates, some complex carbohydrates. And, you know, the debate is out, you know, whether or not we need carbohydrates or not. It's hard to say. All I can say is that I feel good drinking milk, eating potatoes, along with my meat. I feel like something's missing when I just eat only meat. It's nice to have eggs, milk, potatoes, even sauerkraut. You know, I'll probably make some sauerkraut this winter. There's no sense in limiting yourself when there's a lot of available options out there for food. If you can digest it well and it's clean, you know, chemically free and stuff like that. But I think a lot of people are in the same mind frame that I was in when I first got into the primal diet and carnivore and stuff. Like, I hated that word dogmatic. I hated when people said that. Don't be dogmatic, don't be dogmatic. Looking back on it, the reason I hated that word so much is because I was dogmatic. And I hated it because they were dead right about it. Once I got away from carnivore and I started getting more fruits in, I started realizing kind of I was almost brainwashed, let's put it that way, with the carnivore thing. Because on one hand, it's helping a lot of people get over like food allergies and stuff like that. It's one way to do it. It's like the best way to do it. It's just kind of eliminate everything besides meat, you know. On the other hand, not everybody is allergic to everything besides meat, you know. It's only a small fraction of people that for some reason have issues with dairy or other stuff like fruits and stuff, you know. But I never had that problem that I can remember, unless it was like pasteurized dairy, which I believe gave me like skin problems. But so with the carnivore thing, I basically did the elimination diet for like a year, and then I started integrating fruit back in, and it was great, because eating food is like, you know, it's a pleasure. It's tasty. It's a good supplemental source of micronutrients and minerals and sugars and stuff, which is good for your muscles when you're doing workouts and things like that. But I found myself really resistant to trying fruits and stuff like that. Before I went back to trying fruits again, I was really resistant to trying any kind of carbs. And I was almost judging myself for even wanting to try carbs and things like that. You got to get out of that mind frame. If you're in that mind frame right now and you're doing carnivore and you're completely against carbs and you're judging yourself for trying it or thinking about it, that's not the point of this whole thing called life. You know, this is about healing your body the quickest way possible, and the way that you heal your body the quickest way possible is with the raw meat. It really has nothing to do with like carbohydrates. The thing with carbohydrates is that that's when you can get into problems with chemicals and pesticides and stuff like that, because a lot of fruits and vegetables have pesticides on them. I don't think we need vegetables, but as far as fruits go, you know, when you're opening up the door for carbs, you're opening up the door for fruits, which can be sprayed, have chemicals, etc. So we gotta look out for that. But I think eating raw meat is the best thing to do to heal your body. And if that's what you're interested in doing, don't focus so much on cutting all your carbs out as much as just eating raw and getting good sources of it. If you can get good sources of raw, grass-fed meats, raw pastured soy-free eggs, and some good dairy, raw dairy, you're set. You can go to the store, you know, I get these potatoes from Natural Grocers. You can go there and get organic potatoes and things like that if you want to supplement some carbs in. Or maybe even some rice if you want, but I never really craved that stuff. Maybe a little bit, but let's just say I trust potatoes more than rice. I've read some stuff about rice and arsenic, and who knows how accurate that stuff is, but anyways, that's kind of how I feel about carbohydrates nowadays. They're obviously there for us to eat, so take advantage of it, because I believe there must be, without getting too into the weeds, into the science of it and stuff, I just believe that instinctually there's something that carbs are providing for our bodies that the other foods don't. Whether it's readily available energy for our muscles, you know, glycogen, things like that. Whether it just you know, alleviates like depressive symptoms, like cognitive depressive symptoms, just by throwing some carbs in the mix. You know, whatever it does, seems to be nothing but beneficial. I'm still kind of against bread. Pretty sketched out about bread, about the whole gluten thing. Not 100% sure about that yet. I might get into some heirloom sourdough bread someday if I can get it in that form, or if I can make it like that. But for the most part, I'll probably never do bread regularly ever again, and I'll just do my carbs in the form of potatoes. Potatoes just, they always clicked with me, so why change something when it's working out for you, you know? What I do with my potato is I cut it open, let it steam off a little bit, get the temperature down, and then I throw my butter in so it doesn't scald the butter too bad and depreciate the enzymes and the raw bacteria in there. But I gotta say, this energy off this turkey is pretty great, man. Feeling really good right now. Anytime I'm getting kind of chatty, that's a good sign. It means the energy's good. It's great turkey. I could eat this stuff every day. It's definitely like chicken, but better, way better, especially this dark stuff. Wow. This one's got a nice little tendon in it. I don't know if I can eat that. A lot of tendons in the legs, I noticed. Lots and lots of tendons. Alright, well, I don't want to make this video too lengthy, so you saw me get most of this turkey down. So far, one of my favorites. I like it better than chicken for sure. Right up there with beef is one of my favorites right here. Highly recommend raw turkey, guys, if you can get your hands on it. So, that being said, I will continue this until next time. Y'all take it easy and be sure to throw some comments down below if you've tried raw turkey, and I'll just know how it was for you. If you got any questions or anything, you can shoot me an email. I'm still doing consultations if you guys are interested. Thanks for checking in, guys. See you next time.